and you think maybe this is peak. Maybe this, I don't see them improving from this. I don't see them getting any better. Well, trust me, it does. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my new channel, Spenmo Speaks. I already did the intro on the last one, but if you're new here, we're talking about anime, movies, video games, manga, manhwa, any of the nerdy shit that I like. Appreciate you for joining me. Make sure you hit the like button and share and subscribe. It helps more than you know. Okay, here we go. This episode, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to break down Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, what it did, what it meant for the culture, what it was, how closely it followed the source material, and everything going into there. Let's start it off with this. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was one of the best single seasons of anime I've seen in a very, very long time. And a lot of people think it peaked. We're going to get into that later, but I just want to break down some of the effects. I have a top 10 list that I'm going to talk about. But first things first, Mappa, you guys outdid yourself with this. I know that, the working conditions at Mappa aren't too great, and some of these episodes weren't even finished. When you look at the storyboard writers and the animators and what they were saying on Twitter, some of these episodes weren't even finished. And we got some of the best action scenes you'll see in anime. We got some of the best close-ups, the 360 shots they do when people are fighting. It's just insane to watch. These guys have such a strict deadline. They work such horrible hours. So free Mappa, first of all, but you guys crushed it, man. It's just insane, and Chainsaw Man Season 2 is going to be pretty nuts, too. But looking at what happened through this season, there's a lot going on. Obviously, this was a big switch from Season 1. This is a big difference from Season 1. This made Yuji kind of break down. This season made Yuji realize, this sorcery world, shit ain't sweet out here. Like motherfuckers get murked on the daily. It's crazy to see the amount of bodies they dropped. For me to hold my tongue on this, for all my friends that are just show watchers, and they're like, oh man, this first season was so great. I can't wait to see everything that's going to happen in Season 2. Oh man, my guy Nanami, that's my favorite character. I'm like, ugh. Oh, Nobara, she's so good. She's a strong female character, way better than Sakura. I'm like, oh, it was hard for me to hold my tongue because I read the manga. I'm caught up in the manga, so I know what was going to happen. But seeing it happen and reading it happen are two different things. It is awesome how they depicted just how broken Yuji was. After seeing this, he just saw Nanami get murked right in front of him, and then Nobara, his teammate, his friend, he thinks, oh yeah, we got this. We're beating the shit out of Mahito. No, didn't happen. She's gone too, Yuji. Sorry. And you see him just break down, falls apart, is a realistic, result to seeing one of your teachers and one of your best friends die right in front of you. So he breaks down, and then the GOAT, the MVP of the season, one of the best characters in the whole damn show, big man bun gorilla, Toto comes down there, slaps him around, says, suck it up, bitch. This is what happens. As long as we're alive, they're alive with us. He said, motherfuckers die every day, B. He just goes at it, bro. Toto really snaps Yuji out of it. Obviously, they fight with Mahito, which is just an amazing, amazing scene. I cut it into two parts because I did a top 10 list of my favorite moments of this season that I'm going to break down. But I cut that Mahito fight into two parts because I think it was just, there's so much going on. You see the growth of Itadori throughout this season. You see him, he starts off, he's a young buck. Oh yeah, I'm strong, I'm stronger, I can throw hands, I can do this. And then it comes crashing down on him that he really can't do anything at this moment. He really can't do much. And then at the end, gets his redemption. So the character arc for Yuji in the Shibuya incident alone is just insane. How much he grows, what he goes through as a character, everything like that is just amazing to watch. But I think, other than Toto, the highlight of this arc, the highlight of the Shibuya train incident arc, is Mahito. I know it's bad to say, he's the public enemy number one, but Mahito is one of the most evil villains I can remember. One of the most evil depicted villains that I can remember in anime in a long time, man. He is just flat out fucked up. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. He's murking people, no remorse, laughing in Yuji's face, killing his friends. When he makes the little hand puppet of old boy from season 1, I can't remember his name, and is mocking Yuji with him, like, dude, the guy is just a straight villain. And that is expressed through this arc as well, I think, is that curses aren't sweet. Like, shit's not, they are evil, pure evil. Because Sukuna is the same way. And we saw that, I saw a tweet or a post, I forget who posted it, it was some anime page on Facebook, I believe. They said, Sukuna is the first, like, spirit to be inside of a main character that stays evil the whole time. Stays evil the whole, because, you know, obviously Kurama, he flips the good side, they're fist pounding and shit like that. But Sukuna is just straight up evil, straight up about business, straight up, I'm getting my shit off. And when I'm ready to come back, I'm killing everybody. We saw it in the first episode when Yuji opens the gate and he first opens Sukuna. He's like, oh, this is a good spot. Look at all these people. I'm about to massacre these motherfuckers. Like, it's amazing to watch this just pure, flat out evil and carnage be encapsulated into one character. And that's what all these curses are. Jogo, don't give a fuck about nobody. Out there lighting motherfuckers on fire. Mahito, don't give a shit about nobody. Out there popping people like a piñata. Sukuna, doesn't care. Yuji asks him for help. You know, I really need your help. He laughs at him. He said, no, buddy. This is a free ride. That's all you are to me. You're just a hotel. I'm not helping you out. You better call the landlord. So it's awesome to see that. It's awesome to see a lot of different things. Obviously, the fight scenes are amazing. Some of the fight scenes, some of the shit we saw in this season is going to come back as a big factor through the story. Like Chozo, people are just like, oh, it's a cool fight. He's got a cool, you know, curse technique, piercing blood, sweet. No, he's actually a really important character in the story, and he's going to come back very soon. And there's so much going on through this season, but I want to break down my top 10 parts of this season. I'm going to call it peaks of peak is what I'm going to call it. So at number 10, I got Gojo versus Hanami. This is basically everything that happens to Gojo in Shibuya before he gets sealed. When he goes down there, he's pressing Hanami into the wall just with his Limitless alone, where he's murking people, he's flying around. He obviously gets in the fight with Geto / Kenjaku and different things like that. But Gojo just being a menace in Shibuya before he gets sealed, that's number 10 for me. Number 9 is Yuji versus Chozo. Their fight when they start in the bathroom, and obviously the hand-to-hand fights, like Mac, is so dope. They do such a good job with the choreography. Number 9, I got Yuji versus Chozo. And number 8, I got Toji versus Megumi. Toji versus Megumi, after they get out of Dagon's domain, and Toji throws Megumi out of the building, and they start scrapping. And you see the ninja bunny when he uses the rabbit escape, and Toji's just doing work. Any Toji scene is got to be top 10 because he's just such a badass. And number 7, speak of the devil, I got Toji Returns. When he comes back into Dagon's domain, when Dagon has them in the domain, and it's Maki, it's Megumi, it's Nanami, and Nanami opens his simple domain to try to get out, and you know the scene. Toji pops up, and then he pops up on heads, and he beats the shit out of Dagon. So I got that at number 7. At number 6, I wrote these down so I can remember them. Kind of fucked up how I wrote this one down, but I called it Party Poppers. And that was, you know, Megumi and Nobara. Megumi and Nobara, man, just getting their shit exploded. I called it Party Poppers. Kind of a messed up way to put it, but those scenes, man, how much just emotion was filled with those. Yuji seeing them die right in front of him, like, that's got to be top 10. At number 5, I got Mahito Part 1. That's when Yuji and Toto are fighting Mahito in the train station. So when Mahito's being a menace, doing all this shit, right after he kills Nanami, and then right after he kills Nobara, going forward, when they're fighting in there, he makes the the train like monster that they're running through. There's so many good scenes in that fight. So Mahito Part 1, I got at number 5. At number 4, I got Gojo versus Toji. Gojo versus Toji in the flashback was just, they fight twice, but it's just peak. It is peak fight. Like, that is the strongest human versus the strongest sorcerer going at it. The heavenly packs are broken in this anime. Heavenly packs are broken, so just wait on that. But Gojo versus Toji, I got a number 4. And number 3, I got Sukuna versus Mahoraga. Like, you know, my man Fushiguro was ready to up that bitch at any time. He was ready to summon Mahoraga anytime. So that fight, man, is so sweet. You see Sukuna having fun. You see why he was so invested in Fushiguro was because, like, he can summon this thing that can go toe-to-toe with me for a little while. So that fight was so sick. When he opens the domain, just amazing, amazing art, amazing animation. And then at number 2, I got Mahito Part 2. Mahito Part 2, when they're outside, when they're in the streets, when they're scrapping, when Yuji gets him, just the redemption he gets, the fighting you see with obviously with Toto, all the shit Toto does, where he cuts his own hand off because he gets touched, where he claps with Mahito's hand, like, and then obviously the end scene of Itadori walking Mahito's ass down. It's just a fantastic fight. You get a lot of closure that Itadori finally whoops his ass, finally takes care of business. Just an amazing fight. In all. So Mahito Fight Part 2 is my number 2. And my number 1, I don't know if this is going to be a hot take or anything, but it was my favorite fight, my favorite part of this season so far. It was Sukuna versus Jogo. Like, Sukuna versus Jogo, I thought it was my favorite part. Like, the fighting through the streets, just destroying these buildings. Obviously, the giant meteor when Jogo finally uses his true power. Sukuna with the flaming arrow, like, it's just such a good fight, and it establishes the levels. Like, there's levels to this shit. Because we just saw Jogo take out, 4 sorcerers like that? 4 A+ tier sorcerers like that, just waxing them. And then he is just getting absolutely worked by Sukuna. It shows that, like, there's levels to this curse shit. There's levels to this shit. So I got that at number 1. I think that's my favorite fight of the series. My favorite fight of the season. That's my favorite part of the season is Sukuna versus Jogo. So yeah, that is my peaks of peak. You look back at season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen and you see all the amazing backstory they did with Gojo, with Toji, with all of the things that happened before that. You look at the amazing fights, whether it's Sukuna versus anybody, whether it's Itadori versus Mahito, all these amazing fight scenes that you see throughout the series. You look at the redemption you get of Yuji finally taking care of Mahito, all the gripping, just emotional parts of this scene, the deaths, obviously, Nanami is a big one, Nobara, it brings so much to the table. And you think maybe this is peak. Maybe I don't see them improving from this. I don't see them getting any better. Well, trust me, it does. Because this next part we're going to see in Jujutsu Kaisen might be the best piece of anime to come out in the next 10 years. And it's not even the next arc. 2 words. Maki Zenin. I'm telling you what Maki is about to go through. I don't know if they're going to do it as a movie. I don't know if they're going to do it as a half season like they did with the flashbacks of this season. But Maki is about to get her shine. She is about to become one of the most OP characters in the show. She is the number 2 sorcerer, I would say, at this point, behind only Gojo. Maki Zenin is about to hit the biggest glow up. I'm telling you, it is insane what happens coming forward. So you guys still have a lot to look forward to when it comes to Jujutsu Kaisen, when it comes to season 3. I hope they make it a movie. Zenin clan, Maki Zenin, whatever they want to call it. But Maki is about to go crazy. So look forward to that. Appreciate you all tapping in. That was my review. Short review. Obviously, I could keep going, but I don't want to make this a half-hour episode. I could keep going for sure about season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Just an amazing, amazing piece of fiction. Peak in all forms. I loved every second of it. I can't wait for what's coming next. Appreciate you all for watching. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, tell your friends. Peace.